Hi, you guys. Just wait for a few people to join in. Yeah. Hello, hi you guys. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another live. Today I am here to show you some really nice bridal looks. I'm just going to wait for a few people to join in so that we can dive in. I have two looks for you guys today. One is haldi look and one is a mehendi look. So yeah, like if you guys have ever been confused about what looks to do for different occasions for the shadi, I have two different looks for you. One is a mehendi look, which I'm first going to do now, and I have a haldi look as well. And I have a little secret for you guys. If you want all beauty products, then you have to try Lakme today itself. It's like a one-stop for everything you need. All the look, the entire look I'm going to do today is also using all Lakme products. So yeah, I'm going to kind of simplify everything for you guys. You can also shoot comments, ask me any doubts you have, anything. We're going to break down every single step so that it's easier and you can look like the cutest guest in your best friend's wedding. So yeah, with that I think we can start off. And the first product I have, we're going to I'm going to show you skin prep, base, ice, everything today, and we have everything from Lakme. That's the best part. You can buy all different sort of products for different looks. So the first one I have is the Lakme Blur Perfect Primer. Now this one really amazing for somebody, especially for bridal look, because it mattifies and plus blurs your pores, especially because wedding, there's a lot of light, you're dancing, having fun, you kind of sweat and you don't want to look oily. So this one you can see once, right now my skin is a little dewy because I prepped everything, but once I applied this, kind of mattifies everything and blurs it. It basically makes your makeup base ready for foundation, etc. I only do it in the T-zone because this is the area where I get very oily, and also this is the area where I have maximum amount of pores. You can do it on the entire face depending on where you get oily, etc. But for me this is the area, and I'm just going to do this right here, especially on the nose. I concentrate a lot because for me I get super oily on the nose part. So yeah, this is where going to apply. Again, if you have any questions, you can shoot in the comment section. I can answer for you guys. Now I think you can see the difference. If you've seen before how dewy my skin was, and compared to now, everything is kind of blurred, it's a little matte. Now this is the perfect base for me to put foundation on, because this kind of will be a barrier for my skin and the foundation, so that my foundation doesn't get oily throughout the day. Then going in with foundation, absolute favorite. This is actually kind of a new launch as well. This is the Lakme Skin Dew Foundation. Now this one, again, a very good one for an everyday, but really great for bridal as well. It gives beautiful coverage, but it's also very lightweight. I'm using the shade Cool Cinnamon, by the way. I'm just going to pump it out. So if you guys see my videos, I don't apply a lot of foundation, just on the area where I'm I have a lot of acne and stuff. I'll do that, and then I'll just lightly dab the rest on the areas needed. So you can see I just applied on my cheek area, and then I'll just spread this one out. The key to a lightweight base is to work in light layers. Now if you add a lot of foundation already, it'll get really difficult to blend. You can see that just little part on that area kind of evened out the entire face. So you can see compared to this side and this side, it's already pretty even. It's so lightweight, you can see it blended out into the skin beautifully. Now all the products I'm going to mention will be on the screen right here. So, and you can also check out the amazing offers they have going on if you're interested. And I add the tiniest amount in my nose as well, okay? I just want everything to look neat. So everybody has like different areas of their face that try, like, you know, tend to get oily. For some people it's their forehead, for some people like they, you know, sweat a lot around their mouth area. So according to that, you'll have to play and like see which, you know, how much foundation to apply where. So my nose area is where I get the most oily, so I apply like a lot of primer there, and then like I move to the foundation. But again, I don't apply a lot of it, because again, if I apply a lot of it, I'll get like more oily, and that might like, you know, defeat the purpose of the entire look. So you can see nice even layer. That's it. Moving on to concealer next, I have the Lakme Primer Plus Matte Liquid Concealer. Now I'm just going to use this to highlight my under eye. I kind of covered everything like my blemishes and all with the foundation, right? So this I'm just going to use like a under eye highlighter. Now one thing, like no matter how less of sleep you have, like if you use like a good nice brightening concealer, it just like wakes your face up. You look like nice and ready for whatever event you have to go to. So just now I am using a lot of it because again it's a bridal look. You want to look like, you know, a full like glam face and all. I'm going to do a look which is like completely glam even on the eyes, so that's the reason I'm going a little heavy with the concealer as well. But again, it's always a personal preference. If you want something light, you can go in, you know, light handed as well, but for me I'm little extra, so this is how I do it. You can see like you don't have to work a lot to blend, just like easily gets blended into the skin. You see that like before and after kind of thing. It's beautiful. And all these ones you can add 2 layers if you want more, but I think for me 1 is enough, and I actually like anyways added a lot of it, so I'm just going to like keep blending it until it's like nice and even. So till now I just used like 3 products, like 2 base and 1 was like a prepping thing, and you can already see that, you know, most of it has come together. Like if you have a good base for your wedding, like everything is, I think for me about the base, because your skin looks nice no matter what you do, otherwise it will just come together. So I will always say concentrate on the base a lot more, give it time, like take your time to blend it and make it even, so that overall it like looks nice. Hello guys, hi. How to find my exact foundation shade. There's one thing about the Lakme website which is there. You can actually go there and you can try foundation online, which is great too. So if you have that issue, you can definitely you know, do that. Then I'm just going to set this entire makeup, because main thing, you want it to last, so setting it is most important. For setting the makeup, I'm going in with the Lakme loose powder. Now a good loose powder kind of like makes your makeup last throughout the day. I'm going to like take a little bit. Now again, don't be shy on how much you need to use it. These looks need to stay on for hours together, even in all the light, even through all the sweat. So even if you go a little overboard, like when else will you go overboard? It's the shadi time, it's the bridal looks, and the, you know, haldi mehendi looks is when you can like, you know, go full out. I'm just first setting my under eye area, because this is the part where like, you know, I crease the most, and then we'll move on to like my oily areas. Again, pretty lightweight powder puts your makeup. So like I love using colored powders. I'm not that person who like uses like white or translucent anymore, especially if you're in like a wedding, you get a lot of pictures taken, etc., right? So you need like a good powder which is like, you know, has a good amount of color, which exactly, because otherwise you have like a lot of, I don't know if you guys like have ever seen these flash photography which happens and there's like entire white cast which is there. So one thing you can do to avoid that is to use these colored powders, because they don't reflect. If it's like white powder and you have like flashed, you're usually up for a blunder which you don't want in your best friend's wedding, right? So hey, excited for the look. I have such like nice looks in mind that you know, I can't wait to do. So next, we've done my like, you know, base of like, you know, building up products. Now we need to add back structure to the face, because now it's like a blank canvas. Until now we just cancelled out all the pigmentation, the darkness, whatever is the acne scars, etc. And now I just can't leave it here. I need to like, you know, amp this up more, add a little more structure, add a little more color to my face. So I'm going in with the Lakme Absolute Face Lift palette. Basically it has like a combination of 3 different things. It has bronzer, blush and highlighter, so you can, you know, literally do all 3 in one palette, which is great. So I'm just going to take like a nice fluffy brush, going to go in with the bronzer first, and I'm just going to add some structure to the face. You can see like quite nice and pigmented. I'm just going to add that first like around my cheekbones, get a little structure back on the forehead a little bit. Again, is the Lakme setting powder a new one, and the shade please? Yes, the shade of the powder I think is beige, you guys. Yeah, this is 24 beige, suits my skin perfectly. You can see overall it just like brightened everything up. Next, moving on to blush. Now I actually have a blush option in this palette for sure, but then there's one shade, one blush I really want to use, especially because I feel like the color is also really nice for the look I'm going to do, and that is from the Lakme 9 to 5. This is the Pure Rouge blusher, and this is in the shade Coral Punch. I feel like this look like, you know, requires a little coral stuff as well, so that's the reason I have this one. You can definitely use the blush from the palette. It's amazing. It has great pigmentation, but like it's just like my look preference, but you can always use that. I'm just going to take a little bit of this, add it again on the high points of my cheek. I like my blush not like on the apples of my cheek, but like on the high points. I feel like this way it just kind of lifts my entire face, adds a lot more structure. Like you can do it on the apple of my cheek, on your cheek as well, but like it depends on the look you're going for. If you need something more defined, more like, you know, snatched kind of look, then you can do this. If you want like a little more like, you know, what do you say, simple makeup, you just want to add a flush of color, make it look cute, then you can do the cheek thing. I honestly like do whatever I feel at that moment, but then for this look I know what I'm doing for my eyes, so I'm just like, you know, adding that right on my high points of my cheek. Exactly where I, you know, generally you would place a highlighter, that's where I add my blush, so that 3 of them are nice and like blended together. Add a little bit of my nose as well, again to bring back that color. Okay, see, look at that blush, it just adds so much, color to the face. Like blush is my favorite to add in the makeup. No matter what I'm doing, I just need like some blush in my routine to get that structure. It adds structure, it gives you color, it just gives you a good amount of glow to the face, which is great. Then I am going in with my setting spray. Now you can use setting spray in the last as well, but I generally use my setting spray right before my highlighter. It's just how I do my makeup. So I'm going in with the Lakme Absolute Made to Last setting spray. Just going to spritz all over. Just going to let this dry for a bit. How do you like your blush, cream or powder? Now I go overboard with my blush, so I like to do both, but I think powder is a lot more easier to use. Cream is a little complicated and you need to have a good hand, like a skill to use, or else it might be too much. So I would always say prefer powders, so that it's easier to use, it's not messy, it's it does the job, it lasts for a long time as well. Anyways, I'm just going to, by the time this dries, let's do a little bit of brows. And for brows, I have the Lakme Absolute 3D Brow Definer. I'm just going to, I already have, I'm not flexing, but I have thick brows. So I generally just comb through it and fill only in the start. Right here is where I have a little bit of gap and I just fill that. You can obviously play around with as much as you want. It's quite nice and pigmented, you can get nice hair like strokes with this pencil too. So again, you can do whatever you want. I just do a little. I don't like going overboard, because again I have pretty thick, and the minute I start drawing it, it just becomes really nice, really big and bushy, which doesn't look, which kind of ends up looking very fake. I just like to even it out and leave it. You can see it's pretty simple. You can comb it through. It has a nice spoolie for it. Okay, now the setting spray is dry. I just want to add highlighter so that we're done with the base, and then we can move on to the eyes. So again, for the highlighter, I'm going in back with the Face Lift palette. You can see I have this really nice beautiful shade, like a champagne shade here. Just going to take that on the brush, add it right here. You can see instant glow. Again, this is the time where you can go overboard with the highlighter, because even from that corner of the room, they should see that shine on your face, and it just looks really pretty, especially on camera and in pictures. It just adds that nice touch of shine. Then what I generally do is, after I apply my highlighter, I go in back with the blush brush and kind of diffuse it, so that the blush and the highlighter is kind of blended together and not very harsh. Sometimes there's you can see some people wearing the highlighter and you can see the line exactly, and you don't want anything to be harsh. You don't want anything to know where it's ending, where it's starting. That's the goal when you build a base. So you just make it look all blended together and even. How do you make your eye makeup last longer? We are going to get to eyes now, so I will break it down to you guys. So my base is done. Just quickly going through the steps which I've done: primer, foundation, concealer, bronzer, blush, highlighter. Literally enough. Nice good base. It gives you a lot of structure, a lot of color. Then moving on to eyes, I'm just going to add a little concealer for my eye as well. Where is my concealer though? So this step is again a personal preference, but I would suggest you to do so, especially if you want your eye makeup to, you know, pop out or last longer. This way, basically, if you have like a tacky base for your eyeshadow, it kind of sticks well. It also looks a lot more pigmented too. And I like doing it especially because I like to like carve my brows as well, again, which adds like a lot of definition, and especially if you fill out your brows a lot, okay, it's like a really nice thing to do because like let's say like right now I'll show you. Let's say even if you've messed up something while filling your brow, if you go with like a flat brush, take your concealer and just, you know, go on the edges. You don't have to do on the top part, you can if you want, but at least on the bottom part, if you kind of do this, you can like literally see it makes a huge difference. Like this one is nice and clean compared to this one. It just brings your out, and eyes are the first thing, like, you know, you see when you look at a person. So the more like structured, beautiful your eyes look, it like your entire look like looks and comes together. Again, same thing on the other eye as well. Again, because it's the eye area, you can add concealer, but you have to make sure that it's not like heavy, because, and especially if you have oily eyelids, etc., you have to be very careful. You can add a very light layer just to kind of brighten up the eye, and you can set it with powder before you go in with your eyeshadow. And because like eye is the area which can crease the most, okay, so you have to be very careful and like add as little product as possible. Once you add eyeshadow, it'll be fine, but if you go with like really a lot amount, like, you know, huge amount of concealer, it just is going to like make it heavy on your eyes, and especially because you have to wear it for hours and hours, you don't want that. Now you can see like I just added like a nice evened out base for the eye, and now next I'm going to go in with eyeshadow, but I want to do like a nice black smoky eye. It's a classic look, okay, so you can do this for any given look, especially for mehendi. It look really beautiful, and I want to like do it like intense black. So first I want to like add a kajal, like a nice cream base, and then we'll go and add like a black shadow powder. So first for kajal, I'm going in with the Lakme Absolute Kohl pencil. You can see it has like two ends. One is the kajal side, and then there's like this you know, smudger kind of thing right here. So you can you know, add it and use like the other one to smudge it out as well. So I'm just going in, I'm just going to add this on the entire lid. Is there a sharpener? Now, when you're using a black kajal, you need to be like very careful, because black is like so intense. A little thing you mess up, it kind of can, you know, be a little difficult to fix it. And especially if you're a beginner, one thing I would definitely suggest is do your eyes first, especially if you're using like, you know, this black colors or really dark brown colors. I've been doing makeup for a while now, so kind of can manage to like, you know, go a little light-handed and not have a lot of fallout. But if you're a beginner and you're doing like, especially for a wedding bridal look, especially like I would suggest you do eyes first, just to be safe, so that you don't have any fallout and like, you know, like some black eyeshadow under your eyes. So I'm just going to add it right here. I'm not going to take it till here. You should notice that, because it's so intense. Like once I start blending, it will come till there anyways. But if I already apply it till here and I start blending, the black will go till here, which we don't want. So I'm just going to stop it right here. I'm going to take the other side. Just smudging it out a little bit before I go in with eyeshadow. Now for eyeshadow, I want like some nice dark colors, right? So I'm going in with the Lakme Absolute Spotlight Eyeshadow Smoking Palette, Smoking Glam Palette. You can see it has like, you know, all the dark browns, it has like champagne colors, like shimmer colors, etc. Just going to take this black first and then add it on the eye, and then I can start blending it out. Using like a cream over powder kind of just, you know, make sure you are, you know, locking it in properly. You can directly go with eyeshadow as well. Again, I just wanted like an intense look, and I wanted to show you everything you could do with your makeup. So you can see now I'm just starting to blend out the edges, smoothen them out a little bit, and also make sure the black is nice and set. Because you added a kajal right there, this is always going to be intense, it's going to be stay there. You can just blend out the edges now and make it like come together. First I'm just adding the black, then I'll go in with like browns to diffuse it. I just want to make sure that the black is nice and even first. Again, I'm using this black. So I stopped the, now you can see why I stopped the kajal right here, because if I added kajal till here, it kind of would get very messy, because once you start blending it, it kind of goes like, you know, to your crease, and that might not look good on most of the eyes. This is like an easiest way to do it. So add a little bit kajal right around the, you know, lid area, especially where you basically apply eyeliner in general, and start diffusing it, and then it will like anyways, you know, cover your entire lid. And now for the crease area, I'm going to diffuse the thing with black, and this is going to kind of add a structure. This is going to be like a bronzer plus eyeshadow kind of thing when I'm doing this brown. So I'm going in with this dark brown right here. I'm going to very carefully, like, now you can do the entire thing, but I just want to diffuse the ends first. Going in with a little tighter brush. Can we do a smoky eye without using black eyeshadow? I mean, you can, because it depends on what eye. If you're doing a black one, you'll need a black eyeshadow, but if you're doing like brown or like, you know, pink or whatever, you can pick the shade you want. But if you don't want black eyeshadow, then you can probably use the kajal only, and like, you know, put it on the entire eye and then just start diffusing it with your browns. But like, if you're doing like a black one, I would just suggest you use a black, so that it's like, again, a double seal for the eye. Look, you can just see the black and brown together just like blend so beautifully and look so nice. The eyeshadow is really nice, so you don't have like any fallout. You can see I've like added like intense colors, but like my under eye still looks fine. So like no fallout, but a lot of pigmentation, which is great. I love the shades in this as well. You can do like so many different looks, because, you know, see, it has like a nice blue in it as well, but it's not like a bright blue, but it also like, you know, you can add the color if you need be, or you can also go a little neutral. You have a cool tone version as well, you have warm tone version as well, which is great. So like, you know, this one could be like a nice brown smoky eye, this could be like the gray or like a cool tone one, this could be a very neutral one. So it's like, it's placed also very nice, so that you can, you know, kind of play around and do whatever look you want. Can we use concealer as foundation? You can, like, again, but it kind of like if you're not doing like a super glam look, then you can. But if you are doing like something which you have to make everything look nice and even, you can highlight, etc. And also depends on your skin. So for someone who has like really nice flawless skin, you can go in with just concealer and brighten the under eye and fine. But for a person like me, I do have like acne scars, etc., a little pigmentation around the mouth. So for me, using just concealer, especially for like an extremely like full glam look, won't work. So you can do it, but again, there's like depends on a lot of different factors. It's also a preference. You can definitely use a concealer. This one is amazing. The one I've used kind of covers everything, like just brightened up my under eye. Same like that, it'll brighten up. You can use it on 1-2 blemishes also, and it'll do a great job. Next, I'm going in with a more lighter shadow. I'm going in with this like peachy beige kind of like transition shade. I'm going to add that on the crease area. Now I'm just going to diffuse everything together. I'm just going to add that. This is just to like now soften up all the edges, no harsh edges anywhere. You can see like that little diffusing in the end makes a lot of difference. Like here it's like so rounded off. The brown and black is like, you can still see that, but once you go in with like a lighter shadow and kind of blend everything away, just like looks even overall. It also adds like a lot of structure. I like pulling the eyeshadow out into my brow area. Like you need to make sure, this is one tip I would give for eyeshadow, is like don't pull your eyeshadow below your lower lash line, the line like this. The more you like lift it, the more elongated and long your eyes are also going to look. Like if you pull it down, it's just going to droop your eyes, which you don't want. Again, if you want to go add a little more black, you could. Now you can see the upper part is done. I'm going to do the same exact thing on the lower lash line. Kajal, black shadow, brown shadow. It's the same thing, but like now on the lower lash line, I'm going to go in back with the kajal. Add it. If an Indian look doesn't have kajal, it's just not like complete. So I'm just going to take more tinier brush, going to go in with like the black. Now you can pull this out and make it like into a wing a little more you want. But like again, see, like I kind of pulled it out and made it like a wing in the end. Do you prefer matte or shimmer eyeshadow? It really depends on the look, you guys. Like today I'm using all matte shades, like you can see, because I'm doing like a matte smoky eye. But on this, if you want like some like black glitter, you can definitely go ahead and do that. It's just going to amplify this look a lot more, make it look a lot more glam. It depends again on time and occasion. Like for me it's that I don't like, can't pick if you don't give me like for what occasion you're asking me for matte or shimmers. Eyes are done, nice and pretty. I'm just going to take a little bit of shimmer. So if you, this is a more nice smoky palette. It has like warms and cools, right? But if you want something which is again like just now somebody asked like, can I use like something other than black? And if you want like a pink smoky or something, or purple one, then you can definitely go in with this eyeshadow palette. This is the Lakme eyeshadow palette in the purple haze shade. It has like a lot of like, you know, pink tones. So I'm just going to use this one which is called Mystic and use it like on my inner corner, this one right here. But yeah, you can see like it has like nice pink shades. If you want that, then you can use this eyeshadow palette. I'm going to add that right here to like open up the eye a little more. Then what else? We're almost done. It was so simple. I have mascara and lipstick left. I'm just going to curl my lashes a bit. So for mascara, I'm going in with the Lakme Iconic Curling Mascara. I'm just going to open the one. You can see it's like nice wand. It has like a good nice curl to it. So for you, like, you know, to apply, it's kind of really nice and easy. I go in with 2 coats of mascara, just like, you know, to add like as much as volume as I want, especially because it's like a nice black smoky eye. I want them to like, you know, be nice and voluminous. Also, if you want to like, you know, get your hands on like good bridal makeup kits, then Lakme does have 2 different kits. One is the bridal glow kit, and they have an amazing offer going on right now, which is like 15% off. And they have one more kit, which is the bridal bestseller kit, and they have 30% off on this. So if you want to get your products and like the essentials for your makeup look, for haldi or for mehendi or any like shadi look, then you can definitely check these two sets out, and they have like amazing offers running right now. So like, you know, you'll get like a great deal as well. All the products you can see till now, like, I don't have to it's so effortless to use. You don't have to like make a lot of effort and like, you know, take like 100 minutes to blend it out. Everything just blends so easily. Anyway, see, nice mascara. I can do a coat too as well, but I think it's, you know, looks nice. I can do, again, it's a preference you have. Next for lipstick, I have I want to mix like 2 different shades for this, and I have like 2 formulas I really like. So first one I have is the Lakme Spotlight Lip Gloss. And this is in the shade Rouge Taffy, and then I have the Lakme Absolute 3D Matte Lip Color, and this is in the shade British Brown. I'm going to use the British Brown as like a lip liner kind of thing, and then I'm going to fill it in with like the pink. You know what, I feel like this brown is so apt for this look. Might as well just like, you know, fill it in, and I'll just add a little bit pink in the center just to like, you know, kind of coordinate with my lipstick a little bit. Sorry, like my blush a little bit. A kind of ombre look. Just a little glossy look effect. I'm just going to even this out, and yeah, I think that's about it. I want to add a little, You can add bindi if you want, etc., but I'm just going to leave it right here. This is the whole entire finished look. I think that's about it. You can add a setting spray in the end again if you want to again finish off the entire look, but then on a whole, like, this is the finished look. Really nice and pretty. Like, I did it in what, like 40-45 minutes. It's that easy. You don't need a lot of time. It give you, like, just sit down, one stop destination is Lakme for you. You can have like every single look. You can do so many different looks with these products. So if you want to check it out, then everything is on the screen, I'm sure, and you can definitely go check them out. And yeah, I think with that we finished the live. But again, before going, I want to say that I have another look which I'm doing at 4 o'clock today, which will be a haldi look, which will be like a little more like, you know, nice, lightweight, everyday kind look compared to this is like, you know, intense, nice black smoky hair, right? That's going to be like a more like a nice colorful but also like very minimal kind of thing. So if you want to you know, see that, then join at 4 o'clock. We'll be live that time as well. And yeah, with that we finished this look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, learned something out of it, and yeah, that's about it.